So as you can see, we just got a upcoming skill rebalancing update. This usually goes along with the card ban list after the KC Cup, but for some reason, recently they tend to put the skill rebalancing update after the card ban list. But anyway, we have been expecting this skill rebalancing, and some skills that I hope to be nerfed are, of course, the hero skill, because I think the deck is pretty good, but the reason why it's good is not because of the cards, it's because the skill searches both super poly and also just the regular poly, so you don't have to always search them. It also cannot be responded, so as soon as you get your super poly to your hand, you can just immediately activate it, and your opponent has zero chance to respond, which is a problem. And also, one thing that really frustrates me is that you can actually use the Hero Alliance skill even if your Neos leaves the field. So let's say you normal summon Neos, because the skill lets you summon it without tributing. So you summon it, and then let's say your opponent activates Book of Moon, or Bottomless, or just something that gets rid of it. But you can actually still use your skill, which I think is a bit too strong. At least make it so that Neos has to be face up on your field to activate your skill. And also, another skill that I want to see be nerfed is the Phantom Knight skill. Just a small nerf is enough, because I think the deck, even though it's quite popular and quite powerful, I think it isn't that big of a problem compared to like other decks. And of course, the new Synchron and Resonator skills are just really strong, but those are pretty new skills, so I don't expect them to be in the rebalancing. And especially Synchrons, because there are a lot of Synchron cards that are already hit in this card limited ban list. So if they also nerf the skill, I think it's a bit overkill, but we will have to see if Konami is willing to nerf a very new skill that has been added to the game. So let's have a look. Okay, Boro launch, Raptor's Rising Strengthening, that is good. I especially like Raid Raptor skill, the Raid Raptor skill being updated, because that skill is not good enough to make Raid Raptor see play. At least Rockets are seeing a bit of play, even in competitive events like the KC Cup. Occasionally you will still see people playing Rockets, but absolutely no one is playing Raid Raptors, which I think improving the skill might help with that. Shisen Phantom is giving a harder activation condition, that's good. That's what I expected. Dross's low level is modified. Yeah, I kind of expected that as well, because only requiring a 1000 life point requirement is a bit too low. I would expect it to be nerfed to maybe 1500. That will at least not let people activate the skill using Cosmic, which I think is a bit of a problem. And Labyrinth Builder modified to turn versatile with the addition of more Link monsters. I actually think Labyrinth Builder is fine, because returning 2 cards from your hand to the deck is a huge cost, actually. And also, the decks that use Labyrinth Builder aren't very good, like World Chalice. It is like okay, but it's far less good than just any other competitive deck in the game. I think having the skill is a good thing for them, because otherwise World Chalice is not very good at all. But the Labyrinth Builder skill at least gives the deck a chance to fight against the other competitive meta decks in the game. And also, I really like using Labyrinth Builder with Synchro decks, just because it is a level 5 monster that you get for free. Like, you can use it in decks like Crystron's, which I really like to do. So, a bit unfortunate. I guess we'll have to see how they actually nerf the skill. And, is that it? So, are they not nerfing the hero skill? So, heroes are completely untouched. They absolutely did not touch any cards or skills of in the Elemental Hero deck. That's a bit concerning, but let's have a look at the skill updates first. This skill is applied only once per duel after at the beginning of your 4th turn onward. Send a Dangerous Dragon. 4th turn. So it's 1 turn later? Then why is it a buff? It's delayed for 1 turn. Okay, anyway, in addition, the following effect can be used when for the duel. Set a boot sector launch from your deck to your field. Oh, so you don't have to return a card from your hand to your deck, so you just set it for free. That's pretty good. And then your extra deck contains Burrow Load, and your deck contains at least 9 rocket monsters. That hasn't changed. Okay, so basically they delayed the Dangerous Dragon mill for 1 turn, but now you don't need to return a card from your deck to activate your field spell, which I think is pretty good. So you have more cards in your hand to actually make plays, which I think is very significant. Anyway, Raptor's Rising. During this duel, you can only use Raid Raptor monsters as materials for XC summoning. Yes, that's the same. Also, when you XC summon Raid Raptor Rouse Falcon, you can, yeah, that's the same thing. In addition, the following effect can be used once per turn and twice per duel. Select a Raid Raptor Rouse Falcon you control, remove 1 XC's What XC's material? Wasn't it like all XC's? Oh, no, it's the same. Never mind. 1 XC's material from it and set 1 rank up magic spell card from your field to your deck. Then, oh, wait. It increases the rank. But that's really good. So, for the higher rank Raid Raptor monsters, you can just use Rise Falcon to directly rank up. That's not too big of a change for now, but as soon as they release more powerful Raid Raptor XYZ monsters, this will be a huge difference. You can just directly jump through the ranks and go directly to the high rank Raid Raptor monsters, which I think is a really good change for the deck. And then yeah, the rest of them are the same. Oh wait, it only returns all rank for Raid Raptor XYZ monsters instead of all XYZ monsters. So I guess that's a thing now. Doesn't really matter that much, I think, but the increasing rank by 1 or 2 is pretty good. Okay, let's see what's the new Phantom Knight skill. Reveal a total of 2 Phantom Knights from your hand. Return 1 of them to your deck and then send a Phantom Knight monster. During the turn, you can treat a slow forward. You can see. Is there even a difference? What's the difference? Huh? Oh, so you can't reveal the spell and traps. Oh, okay. So you can't just reveal Phantom Wing and shuffle it back. Okay. Okay, that's a slight hit that I'm actually pretty happy with. They didn't completely destroy the skill. It still does what it is supposed to do. But it is now a tiny less consistent. I guess being able to shuffle back spells and traps is actually a really good thing that the skill were able to do. But now if you draw the spells or traps, it's a brick, which I think is a pretty fair nerf to the skill. And also chances are, if you have 2 Phantom Knight monsters in your hand, you probably you can probably just summon them without the skill anyway. But I guess you need the skill to actually treat your monsters as level 4 monsters when you exceed summon your Dark Rebellion. And also I believe the second effect is untouched. The second effect is untouched. Okay, it's Joseon's low level, exactly what I expected. It's now 1500. I'm so disappointed. Why did they do this to Labyrinth Builder? It's completely unnecessary. Why? Why would they... Why? Why do they need to do this? You cannot special summon monsters this turn? That's like overkill. Why? What? Huh? You don't even like nerf the hero skill and you completely destroy Labyrinth Builder? Is that how your priorities are? What are these priorities? They literally did not touch any elemental hero stuff and instead they just completely destroyed Labyrinth Builder. Like, huh? Yeah, it's hit even harder than Phantom Knights. If anything, I'm pretty happy with the Phantom Knights hit. I think it's pretty good. A slight nerf is honestly what I think they only need. But Labyrinth Builder is I'm so disappointed. Like, why would they do this to the skill? And also, if in case you don't know, there is a combo you can do with Assault Mode, which allows you to make a Beatrice turn 1 using only one Side Reflector, if you also activate Labyrinth Builder. I really like that combo. Not many people are actually using that combo for some reason. I think it's really good, even though you do have to play 2 Garnets, but you can actually just shuffle them back with Labyrinth Builder, so it isn't actually that big of a problem. So basically what you do is summon Side Reflector, and then you do your Side Reflector combo, and then summon a level 6 Assault Beast, and then before you make any Synchro monsters, you activate your skill, make a wall, Synchro with the wall and level 1 Side Reflector to make a level 6 Charge Warrior, you draw a card, and then you overlay the two level 6 monsters on your field to make Beatrice. Or you can make Photon Strike Bouncer if you want to. Or even you can make Rhino's Bus. But we can't do that anymore because Konami decided no, this skill is too good. Hero Alliance, getting a Super Volley for free without even being able to respond, that's totally fine. But Labyrinth Builder, nah, that skill is too good. Returning 2 cards to your deck, not enough of a cost. This skill is too game warping. We have to stop it immediately. I actually think the -2 cards from Labyrinth Builder is very good cost. Returning 2 cards to the deck is a pretty big cost, and I think it is a suitable cost to get a free level 5 monster on your field. And honestly, I think also not a lot of decks can actually utilize this skill very well, and also you are sacrificing a lot of disruptions, which you can otherwise maybe set as your staple back row. So I think most competitive meta decks prefer to have a 1 or 2 card monster combo, and then the rest of your hand would be back row that you can set, or back row removals like MST. And Labyrinth Builder just doesn't allow you to do that because it needs you to return 2 cards. That's why I think it's a balanced skill I never would have thought they would completely destroy the skill like that. I'm just... I'm lost for words. They could have even made it like return free cards, which is, I think, unnecessary, but they went even further. They just completely stopped you from special summoning. I guess you can still use it in Crystrons, because you can synchro summon during your opponent's turn, but no, it's too bad to be played in any deck. I guess you can still play it in like farm decks against certain NPCs that don't have an out to a 3k defense monster, but yeah, that's probably the only way you can use the skill right now. And even then, it's probably just copium. Yeah. Otherwise, other than the Labyrinth Builder rework, I think the skill changes, the skill that they actually touched, are pretty reasonable. I do expect them to actually nerf the hero skill, but they didn't for some reason. And because of that, and also the terrible Labyrinth Builder nerf, I think this ban list is pretty meh.